Welcome to the Giving a Purpose podcast. We talk, you listen. Streaming to the world and beyond, we will talk about all aspects of life. We will host a variety of guests, where each week we will educate, motivate, encourage, and inspire you. Let's get started with your host, Mr. L.A.
Welcome to the Giving a Purpose podcast, where we bridge the highs, the lows, the lessons learned through life's journey and filling in the gap. Listen, it's your boy, Mr. L.A. It's a new week, so you know what that means for me. You already know what that means for me. New opportunities, new life, new beginning, a new time to get it right, set new goals, plan my week out. And so then I'm going to execute. Listen, life is about taking information and applying it and executing it to mastery. Those are the successful people. And that's what I need you to do, man. I am so excited about this week. Now, this week, yes, man, what happened to the summer? Wow. I actually have to start, or the teachers go back. And it's the first day of school. So, man, got to get ready. Got to get my mind right. Got to get hyped for that. And guess what? Students are coming back in the building. So, man, it's going to be that, it's going to be that adjustment. Listen, 2/3 of the kids have never been in the school. Only people that have been in the school a total of a year are the seniors. Man, that is going to be, wow. Crazy, right? Just crazy just to think about 2/3 of a school haven't even been in the school before, man. But it's going to be an amazing time. We're going to claim it's going to be an awesome and productive year. Yes, it is. All right, man. So I had an opportunity, man, this past weekend to coach at a tournament, man. Yes, my travel team. Shout out to the DC Knights, all the great coaches. Shout out to my man Isaiah, who had a birthday this weekend, man. We celebrated as well. Also Coach Hall, and also the 15 young men we took to Richmond to play this game. And man, it just got me thinking and just having the opportunity. We played some games Friday night, and the first game we did lose, but it was competitive, and it was a side of them that, be honest with you, I didn't expect them to come out, man. We've played some warm-up games and they didn't do so well. They didn't have the right attitude. They didn't rise to the occasion. It was just one of those like blah, blah, blah moments. And I was just like, man, I don't know how this is going to be. But man, when I'm telling you they came out, they were doing everything. We just had to make plays. We already told them that, man, with this competitive baseball, traveling, playing tournaments, your margin of error is about this small. All right. It's not big at all. All right. So, man, like I said, competitive game, end up losing by not much, but it was what it was, man. I was so proud of them. Like, we told them, like, listen, if we're finding stuff that's wrong right now, we're just nitpicking. You guys came out with good energy. People were diving. People were stealing. If we told them all the time, if you're going 100%, there's nothing we can say. You balling. It is what it is. All right. It's about the people that make the most plays and the people that don't make plays. And we didn't make enough plays. And that's what it came down to. But then we came to this second game. That's where it hurt. We played this team that up to the point till they played us only scored 2 runs in all the games that they played. And so we end up playing them. The final score ended up being tied. We tied them, because there are time limits. So we had reached the time limit, and the score ended up being 7-7. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. The frustrating part is we played to the level of that team. Now, I just told you we just played some great competitive baseball. Just very proud. I'm talking about potential, like, oh, we can probably win this thing. Even though we didn't win that game, we're still in it. And we can probably take over. But that second game, man, it was like Coach Dennis Green. They were who we thought they were for a moment. It just felt like that moment, like, man, this is crazy, man. Like, what's going on? But, you know, in the at the end of the game, when we talked to them, I told them something that I told them before. You have to choose who you want to be. Do you want to be the team from the first game, or do you want to be this team where when you play people at a lower level, you play at a lower level? Because that's unacceptable. Listen, you got to be you, the real you. When you get in certain environments, you got to be in excellence at all times. At all times, no matter what. You can't turn it off, man. I love watching The Last Dance, man. I'm like, I am a Jordan fan, and just watching The Last Dance and just watching his college coach. He said MJ had a button that he just didn't turn off anymore. It was always on, and he played at a level of excellence. So that's what I was trying to get them to do. I said, you got to be you. If you played this excellence type of competitive baseball, that's the level you got to be at all times in any arena, in any facet of your life. Operate in excellence. When you get to something where people are bringing you down low, or people are trying to get you to their level, don't do it. Be you. If you're a good-hearted person, be a good-hearted person. If you're a leader, be a leader. Don't step down to a follower mentality. Be a leader. Be you. Be the authentic you that was created to be. And we told them, like, that's the frustrating, man. It's like we tell y'all have potential, but y'all don't want to rise to that occasion. Like, it's not just okay just to show up, man. I used to have a mentality like that, and it happened because you see things, you observe certain things, or you may hear things spiritually. Let's keep it 100. You may hear things you hear in church. Like, sometimes you just got to show up and it's okay, but it's not okay sometimes. For people that want to be successful, people that don't just allow a life to happen to them, but go after life, you're not waiting for this thing to come to you. You got to make things happen. You have to be intentional about every facet of your life, every moment of your life. When you wake up, be intentional. I don't care what it is. If it's brushing your teeth, be intentional about getting every tooth clean. Be intentional about eating all your food. Be intentional about getting to work on time. Be intentional about being 100% at your job. It's crazy sometimes, man. I meet people all the time and they want me to give them kudos because they do their job. You supposed to. Like, my homeboy can't come to me and say, hey, yo, LA, I paid my child support. You supposed to. Like, bro, I took care of my kids. You supposed to. Like, I did this for my wife. You supposed to. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get into a mindset of excellence in everything that we do. All right? We have to, every generation, we should be setting a new bar. Not getting to the bar and was like, all right, this is good enough. Because it's not. Good isn't good. Great is great. Best is better than the better. And you got to realize that. Do you want to be better, or do you want to be the best? Do you want to be good, or do you want to be great? Good isn't good enough anymore. Good is mediocrity. Good is just showing up. Like, we had this game before my baseball team. We had a game before we went to Richmond, and they had this mentality. I used to tell them, like, man, when I was in school, I could show up and get a C. I could show up and get a C without just I don't want to say natural ability, but just glimpsing over stuff and just taking some of the information that I took in the class. If I took a test, I can show up and get a C. And I said, that's the mentality y'all took with this game. Y'all just showed up. It was 9 of y'all on the field. And it's not going to work if only 1 or 2 of y'all want to win, because it's a team sport. Grab hold to that of walking and working and being intentional about your excellence. Be you. Be the greatest you at all times in everything that you do. I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm not talking about being cocky. Yes, be confident, but be you. And that's where it comes, where you invest in yourself. That comes from self-love. You being you. You don't have to stoop down to other people's level. You don't have to play at that level. If you came out and you played a game of excellence, it's like, oh man, this team that was a little bit better than us, oh, we almost had them. All right, so this next game, all right, we taking it out on you. But you don't get to the game and come out and stoop to the mediocrity of the other team. Let's not work in the middle. Let's be above. Listen, you just got to have this choice of just wanting to be great. Man, I had, one of my great math teachers when I was in high school. He used to always, ask us these questions sometimes. He was like, would you rather lose by 10 or lose by 1? Everybody's trying to figure out the right answer. Some people's like, man, I'd rather lose by 1, or man, I'd rather just get blown out. At least I know the other team, they just whooped us. He was like, no, those aren't your only two options. Your option is to win. But the problem is when we get stuck in mediocrity and we get stuck in a mindset of being okay and just being good, you think about those are your only options. No, win. Wouldn't you rather win? Why would you rather lose by 1 or lose by 10? They're both losses. Choose to win. Be you. Self-love, self-accountability, self-assessing yourself, building that confidence through repetition and being the greater you, being the best you. Whew. Man, hopefully that helped somebody. Hopefully that blessed somebody, because I know it blessed myself. All right. Listen, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you haven't, subscribe. Stop playing. Stop playing. We're all on all major platforms if you're listening. Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, click right there. If you click right there, you'll be subscribed. You'll get all the new weekly episodes, man. Tell somebody. Share it. Let somebody know if you're getting some good information, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the downloads. I appreciate all the people that listen and all the people that do share. Man, let's grow together. Let's be better together. And let's be the greatest together. You be the great you, and I'm going to be the great me. Listen, make sure you live on purpose and make sure you live in purpose. I'll see you guys next week. We out. Peace.
You've been listening to the Giving a Purpose podcast. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play to get new, fresh weekly episodes. For more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.